I'm looking down, but can you see me?
Yeah.
How many people do we have on?
Stacy Nichols says that's great.
Is that good?
Now,
So then do
that's
I
not
move
gonna-
it?
When I talk,
Then I'll move it.
You're just going to have to sit. You'll just sit down here and do it. You just have to sit in this chair, hopefully, and just do it.
talk.
All right,
I
then
can-
we'll just
she can
move it.
follow. She
We'll
can
just
follow.
move.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, hello, everybody. Super excited that we're here and that we can have you all be a part of our Jewel School number 3. And at this session, our focus is really focusing on booking and the hostess plan, because you can't really have one without the other. The hostess plan is significant because it really leads into our booking activity. And so we're here tonight, and we've got a lot of new jewelers out there. So we have Tanya, raise your hand. Tanya's here. Tanya's from North Manchester, Indiana. And then we have Megan. Megan's here. Megan, where are you from?
Montpelier, Ohio.
Montpelier, Ohio. Okay, awesome. And then we have Dawn.
Yes.
Dawn's here from
Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne. Amber. And where?
Auburn.
Auburn, Indiana. Love it, you guys. Demographically, they're a little all over the map. So you're going to join us on Periscope Land from all over the country, and from as far as North Carolina to New York, Ohio, Alabama, Florida. I know that you are all on the call tonight. So I'm excited to share with you, and we've got some great people. Erin, are you sharing your booking activity? And we've got Holly, and we've got myself, and we're going to be your trainers for tonight. So you're going to see us all here really shortly. You're going to see the other two hot shots here shortly. But I want to just kind of catch you up to speed. So why did we separate our jewel schools into week by week by week? Because really the concept is that an hour of jewel school is really all your brain can kind of handle. You learn basic information from each school, and it leads up to the next thing that you have to focus on. So if we remember, Jewel School number 1, we really focused on the philosophy, purpose, and plan of Premier, why we're so different, the company we are, our why in Premier. What's your why? Because honestly, we said if you don't have a strong why, it's really hard to chug along and get through your quick start and achieve your goals. But when you know your why, it gets you up in the morning. And so we're going to always hold you accountable to your why. We had the success talk with you and the mistake talk, that what success looks like, it's up to you. It's in your hands. We talked about the mistake talk. We talked about it's normal. You're going to fail forward. We make mistakes every day, but they're really not mistakes. They're just ways of learning how to do something right, and that we're going to help you through that. We then went into our next week, which was last week, and we talked about hostess coaching, right? And what does that mean? Basically, how to get your hostess stinking excited about her future show. We then talked about, what else did we talk about there?
Fashion.
Fashion. We went over the basic fashion, and we gave you a simple formula, but eventually, you know what, you can make that your own, but we just kind of give you just a simple formula of jewelry to show and a script to use, so it's easy for you to put into place. The other thing I forgot to say that we did on Jewel School 1 is your story. Your Premier Design story, knowing your story, because it's something that you're going to carry out throughout your journey in Premier. Whether you're out and about talking to someone about why you do what you do, or whether you're with your family or friends, or with every jewelry show you do, or even event, your story is such a great connection piece to so many people out there. So tonight, we're moving right into our hostess plan, and to catch you all up to speed. And what we know about bookings is we know that bookings is really all about relationships, right? And that that our goal is to have a formatted show. So for all of you new jewelers, it's nice to know, yes, we're going to do a story, and we're going to do our fashion, and we're going to do a hostess plan, and we're going to do a booking activity, and then we're going to do a sponsoring activity. But what we ultimately want to do is teach you how to do those basically fundamentals. But we want you to know those fundamentals so you can then go to your show and pay attention to the people at your show. Because really, so much of it It's all about a connection. Them saying, I can't wait for Megan to come to my house and show my friends this because they really like you. They're booking for you. And we're going to talk about that. My little booking activity shows you how you can do that. So it's all about those relationships. So you want to make those connections. You want to build that when you do a show. You have those relationships. The other big reason why people book, because besides the fact that they love you and they've built a relationship. See, remember, P.S., that why they book with you is they have this relationship and trust with you. And so that's ultimately, people do business with people they like, know, and trust. So you want to establish that. But second, the other thing is how about this? Girl time. Women need girl time. It's proven studies that women, when they're surrounded with other women, that it's what they need to bring down their stress levels, right? That we're just wired that way. And so when women are together, it's really important. And in today's day and age, the problem is women are so overscheduled, we're not taking the time to have the girl time. So in Premier, our jewelry shows, our style sessions are providing such great girl time. The other big factor, and I shared this in North Carolina last weekend when I was with the team there, is that I know this might seem kind of like wow, I can't believe you're saying this, Jane, but it really is true. Less and less people have time to shop. You guys get that? Do you believe that? I mean, I would say 5 years ago, I had more time to shop than I do now. And honestly, it almost feels like a chore to shop. It doesn't even feel like it's that much fun. People feel completely overwhelmed when they go and they shop. They don't have time. And if you tend to notice, there's less and less people in the malls or in outside shopping malls. There's just a lot less. What's the reverse of that? Online shopping. People can do that because it's convenient. The problem with that is it's not a big solution for a lot of people. How many of you have ordered online? And after you order it online, you go, this is not what I expected. This is not what I wanted. I wanted something, bottom line, people want to feel and touch and try it on. They still do. But they don't want to go to shop for it. And they can't do that online. Oh, and P.S. Online, there isn't anybody telling you how to make a smart decision or a smart choice or giving you fashion tips to save you time and money. Nobody online's doing that. Oh, and frankly, P.S. nobody in the store has time to tell you that either. The only person that has time to tell you that is a real live accessory stylist, aka you, right? And so that's the coolest thing about what we have to offer. So I believe in the next generation in Premier, in the next 10 years, we are more marketable in the marketplace than we have been in the last 30 years in Premier Designs. Thank you. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that exciting that we get to be the people that we can take our boutique and take it right to them. We can sit there and save them time and money. They can have girl time. They can feel like they're making smart choices. The other big buzzwords in out there right now is recycling and taking what you have and making it come to life. HGTV. You look at Aaron Wood. What's our little painting that we do with our furniture? What do we call it? Chalk paint. We're refurbishing things. We're making old things and making them look new. We're recycling them. We're making them look put together. But that's what we're doing with women in their closets. So we can take women's closets and have them pull out and look at things that they have in there and say, hey, I can do something with this. And I can recycle it. These are the things that are on trend right now. So we're going to talk a lot about at our shows. We can get educated and talk about what they call capsule wardrobes, or talk about, how we can recycle what we already have in our closet. And that's called being really smart. And when we can help women do that, I think that's very empowering. All right. And the last thing I'm going to say that we accessory stylists do and what we have to offer is we have to offer every woman has style. This is a good phrase to say at every show. every woman has style. Your job as an accessory stylist is to help them define it. So every woman has style. My job is to help them achieve that. Okay? So every woman has style. My job is to help them achieve their personal style, to define it. Okay? Because most women that come to our shows, remember, are overwhelmed when they shop. They don't know really, who's got time to read a fashion magazine? Not a single person. Those days are gone too. P.S. So they want to come to you, and if they can get everything accomplished with you, through you, in one shot, at a one-shot deal, how awesome is that? And so we get to offer that. Okay, so what's important here is that they're booking for our expertise, our knowledge, our basic, simple ways that we're going to help them. What's the last thing they're going to book for, guys? So what we can offer them, right? Do we say our jewelry?
Yeah.
Our free jewelry. So an average hostess can get a shopping spree, which is absolutely, positively incredible. You know, for them to be able to get $200 to $300 in free jewelry is stinking amazing. And so we've got to remember we have that to offer as well. So at the end of the day, here's what I want to try to say to you guys really simply. When you're brand new and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I hope someone books a show with me because they're going to do me a favor by helping me with Quick Start. I want to retrain your brain, and I want you to say, I'm doing them a favor. Because honestly, what I have to offer way outweighs what they can offer me. I can offer them a whole lot of value. I can save them time. I can save them money. They can make smart decisions. They can have girl time. They can get free jewelry. They can do all this through Premier. I'm doing more of a heck of a lot doing a favor for them than they are doing for me. It's kind of a mindset thing. But when we believe in what we're doing, it is absolutely huge in this business. I really want you guys to get that and understand that and feel that. And that's significant. So what we want to talk about is with our bookings is bookings at your show is kind of a before, a during, and an after kind of gig. Meaning, you know, remember when we talked last week about hostess coaching and we talked about having a tic-tac-toe sheet? And remember on the tic-tac-toe sheet, it said one of the little boxes said, hey, get an outside booking before your jewelry show? You can actually work on, with your hostess, getting an outside show, maybe from a friend or a relative who can't make it that night, or who maybe is a little bit out of town, that's not, that can't be at that show, that's willing to do a show. Or maybe even a friend that says, I'll do a show before I even go. You know, to have one show secured before you even get there is really just all about an expectation. So got to remember, everything about our business is really just kind of a multifaceted thing where think before, you know, that's a very strong possibility. You know, you can get a booking before you even start, because your goal every time you go to a show really should be a mindset of, I'm going for 3. I'm going for 3. Now, you might fall short and you might get 2, but you know what? Would you still be happy if you got 2 bookings?
Yep.
Okay. What happens if you go for 3 and you get 4 or 5? You're going to pull me off the ceiling, right? You're going to do the happy dance the whole way home, okay? The point is you got to have some goals for yourself and for your hostess, and that is nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's all about what you should go in for, is that set of expectations of that. So before, during, and after. Now during, we've got some experts here tonight, and they're going to share with you what that during looks like. But I want to tell you, what does that during booking look like? Starts with your story. You guys remember last week when I shared the story and I said, gosh, the story has to be, you've got to talk about your booking activity. So my premiere story, do you guys remember, was, hey, my name's Jane Francis. And I've been in with Premiere for about 13 years, but I want to tell you, this is how it worked. 13 years ago, I was invited to a jewelry show. I had just gotten off of work. It was a 12-hour shift in my nursing job, and I had my scrubs on, and I didn't wear jewelry. P.S. I was the girl that didn't wear jewelry. I got a phone call from my friend Janelle at 6 o'clock in the evening. The jewelry show started that same night at 7 o'clock. She said, Jane, I want to know if you're coming to my jewelry show. I said, I forgot all about it.